Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on Goodbye from Arcane League of Legends by Ramsey. It's a nice little song. It's more of a synth song, but I've worked it out for guitar. I'm going to teach you how to play it today. Just before I do though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, give me a like on the video, leave me some comments in the comment section including any songs you want me to do next. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, support my channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this, I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar's in standard tuning and I've got a capo on fret number 6. Now the intro sounds like this. So to play that, we're playing an A minor chord, which is your first finger on B1, second finger on D2, third finger on G2. So that's an A minor chord, and we just hold that down. And we're going to start on the last semiquaver of the bar. It's going to start on the D string, so we're going to play the D string, and then go into bar 2 and play the G string, then the D, and then the B, back to the D. So the first beat of bar 2 goes. Beat 3 and beat 4 are the same, so you've got. Then in beat 4, you just play the G string and then the D string. And then there's one more hit, the last hit on the bar. That's kind of where it's going to be repeating round. So let's just go up to there. So from the very beginning, it goes. And then it basically does the same thing again. So the whole line will be going. So just a little semiquaver rest before it sort of goes round again. Hopefully you can see that in bar 2, the second last semiquaver. You just got to rest there. So that's the whole of the first line. We've got. And then there's another 2 on the end of there, at the end of the line, which goes on to the next line. This is where the sort of verse kind of starts. So there's a 2 before the bar, and then it's doing basically the same idea again. So that's the 2 from the previous line on the D string, and then starting this line. And then you're going to play the open B string, which is going to go into bar 5, and you're going to play another B. So it goes. And then you're going to play D2, then G2, then D2 again. So, and then B, D2, G2, and D2 again. So from the note before bar 5, you've got. And then you take your third finger off the B string, third finger off the G string, play B, D2, open G this time, then D2, B, D2, and then there's a quaver rest, and then another D2, which is going back to what we played before. So from the note just before bar 5, the open B string goes. And then the next bar, bar 6 is the same as bar 4. We'll go from the note before the bar. Then open B, another B. And this was weird, right? So this next bar, there's only 7 quavers, which is like 3.5 beats in the bar before it goes into like the next section. So it's a weird feeling. It's like there's half a beat missing out of this bar, but that's what's on the record. So you've got the open B string into bar 7. You've got B to D2, G to D2, and it does the same in the next beat. So you've got, and it does it again in the third beat, and then where beat 4 would be, it's just got a B and a G2. And then there's like kind of 2 semiquavers missing before it goes into the next section. So that bar, including the note just before the bar, goes. And that will be straight where it hits into the next line. Let's just play the whole of that line. So remember there's a D2 just before this very first note of bar 4. So it goes. So that's where it's going to go into the next line. So let's just play that line up to speed. It goes, including the 2 before the bar. Then that's where it's going into the next line. So it's quite tricky. Next line goes. So to play that, we've got an F chord, which is your first finger barred on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on G2, 3rd finger D3. And you're going to play the E string and the G string at the same time, and then D string, B string and D string. So you got, and then G, D, B, D, and it just does that. If you look at what beat 2 is doing, it's just doing that another 3 times on beat 3 and 4. So the whole line goes, the whole bar goes. Next bar, A minor, similar idea, we play the A string and the G string at the same time, then D, B, D, so you got, and then the next beat, G, D, B, D, G, D, B, D, G, D, B, D. You get the idea, it's just jumping between those notes, so you go. Up speed. Next bar, similar idea, E3 with open G, then open D, open B, open D. Then it just jumps between G, D, B, D. So bar 10. Next line, E minor shape, which is just all you need to really do is put your finger on D2, and you're going to play the E string and the G, then the D2, B, D2, so you got, and then just G, D, B, D, and repeat. So bar 11. So the whole line slowly. And up to speed. And that just keeps repeating round until it goes, so it goes quite a few times, and then it goes into this end section, which is all sort of stripped out, and it gradually builds, and it just goes. So it's an A minor chord, and then a B7 chord, which is your first finger on D1, second finger A2, third finger on G2, and you play the middle 4 strings, then a C chord, which is your first finger B1, second finger D2, third finger A3, and then you've got a D chord, which is your second finger E2, first finger on G2, third finger on B3. And it just keeps playing those chords round to the end and just gradually build it up, put some more rhythm into it. But the chords sound like this. They go. And you can build it up with a bit of rhythm. And that's the song. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed that little guitar lesson. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, it really does help me out. Give me a like on the video as well, the thumbs up. Leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know what songs I should do next. Let me know where in the world you're from. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, support my channel, support me doing this, and you want to print the tabs off for it, then you can support me on Patreon. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. Well, thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.